right, everyone. Good morning to y'all. Happy Sunday, September 22nd, 2024. I do appreciate y'all for watching this. We're going to run over the tropics. We still got a lot to talk about. We got that big red blob now on your screen if you guys can see that. We got a little bit of severe weather to talk about as well today. But other than that, we're really going to be talking about the tropics. I'm not going to go too much in detail today with the forecast going down the road. We're just going to kind of talk about what we're expecting to see. We're gaining more confidence. Really, guys, in all honesty, we're about 4 or 5 days from having a landfalling storm either in Florida or Mississippi or Alabama coastline. We're going to talk about still where the disagreement is and where the agreement's at. We're going to try and give you guys a better realization on where we're thinking stuff is going to be at. And there's a lot of intensity tracks that are still on the table where the storm could go intensity wise, where the limit could be, where the high ceiling could be. So we're going to talk about all that and go into this here. I do want to go ahead and start out by saying, if you guys as always have questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Tap the heart button, give this video a like, as well as share this out to one person. We're going to go ahead and start out today with the tropics, and you guys can actually see here, it's pretty active. We're going to be pretty active. We got 2 blobs over here, medium-sized systems here in the West Pacific. This is going to be 2 different areas to watch for potential impacts, maybe off the coast of Mexico, if anything, but I'm not going to be anything in the United States. Got this little blob still left over. This one's not going to be much of anything. And then we've got a new one that'll be coming off the Africa coastline over the next couple of days, and we'll kind of watch this one meander, maybe a fish storm, something like that. So we'll keep an eye on those 2. But we're really going to be focused on this red blob on your screen here. The National Hurricane Center last night did upgrade this to a 70% high risk for development within the next 7 days, 10% chance now in the next 2 days. So this number is starting to increase, and I do expect that will probably go up to 30, 40, maybe even 50 before today or tomorrow is over with for your Monday, because we are starting to expect that development over the next really 48 to 72 hours here. So, by the way, one more thing I want to explain to you guys. I explained this in yesterday's video, but this is not the code. This is not showing where it's going to go. This is just showing where the development could happen at. So, a low could really develop anywhere, but we really think it's going to be more down here towards the Caribbean Sea and then go into the Gulf of Mexico. That's where a lot of the models have this going at. So, don't be fooled by that. That's not the code. This is just the idea on where the development region is going to be at. But you can get an idea on where potentially this could make a landfall at, and that could be as far as Tampa all the way to New Orleans, Louisiana. So if you're along the Gulf Coast, you need to be getting your prep plans in place, because the difference with this system and most systems that we typically have is we typically watch these waves that come off the coast of Africa. They take about 13 to 14 days if they're going to do something before they make it into the United States area to even be concerned about. This is different. Once this storm forms either on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, we're going to have about 48 hours, if that, to prep for a landfalling hurricane or tropical storm. Really, the models are thinking hurricane right now with that. So that's what I'm trying to throw out. So if you're along the Gulf Coastline here from New Orleans to Tampa, you need to get prepared now. I'm stressing that to you guys. Don't be freaking out, but going and getting, stuff that you need, because this is going to be a last minute call. And with the way the water temperatures are, the low shear that we're going to have, the abundant moisture, the heat context in the atmosphere, and as well as in the ocean, we're going to have the potential for a rapid intensifying hurricane, and that could happen within that 48-hour window before landfall, and we'll kind of talk into that and what the models are showing with that. But I wanted to give you guys an idea on what's going to be happening with that as well. Now, also, really quickly, before we get back to the tropics, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather today. This is a skinny little marginal that extends along our cold front from Texas, Oklahoma, into Missouri, northern Arkansas, southern Illinois, and western Kentucky here. We actually had a couple of rumbles of thunder and storms here this morning in our backyard. We've actually got a severe thunderstorm warning over here in Lubbock, or the Amarillo area, or southeast of Amarillo. But this will be a level 1 risk out of 5 today. Wind and hail, no tornado risk present today, as well as tomorrow. We also have the threat for another area of severe weather, and that is going to be strictly for the Mississippi and lower Ohio Valley, Tennessee, western Kentucky, southeastern Missouri, and northeastern Arkansas. So be mindful of that. You guys can see showers and storms, a chance for wind and hail. I wouldn't rule out an isolated tornado risk on Monday. There is going to be a little bit of shear present over western KY, southern Missouri, so just kind of be mindful of that. So we'll keep an update on you guys for that, as well as anything that does pop up or change with that. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys something. We haven't gotten to show this a lot. I haven't been able to show it a lot for you guys, but that's going to be the ensembles. And so this is the latest on the GEFS ensembles. This just kind of gives you guys an idea on where we could see, the low pressure system go. It could go as far as New Orleans. It could go as far down as Tampa. Models are becoming more in agreement. We're starting to see that size different strength with the model agreements here. So this is just a bunch of ensembles on the GFS that have been run a different GFS run each time. And you guys can see the intensity tracks. A lot of these are calling for Cat 2, Cat 3 plus potentially. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but you can see what the 48-hour window is. We can see this probably being a tropical depression by Tuesday or Wednesday, but within that 48 to 72-hour window before landfall, a lot of these models are accounting for rapid intensification on the GFS model. Now, that's if, this develops a little bit sooner. Now, if we go to the European model run here, you can see a lot more agreement here. European really showing a landfall in the Big Bend area of Florida on Thursday or Friday, which, like I said, this is going to be very quick once this happens. But the lows are a lot more conjected here. I think we're going to continue to see that potential, or not potential, but see those models become skinnier and skinnier and skinnier as far as alignment with each other, which is really, really good confidence-wise. Now, a couple of these don't have a Cat, 3 or higher. So there's a couple in there that do, but most of these have Cat 1, Cat 2, maybe high-end tropical storm status, and just something to be mindful of. Once again, my Floridian people, I know you guys leave when you leave. You stay through a lot of these bigger storms. This one's going to catch a lot of people potentially off guard because of how it's going to strengthen, if it strengthens within that window before landfall. We could go from a 990, 980, Cat 1 hurricane, on Wednesday or Thursday morning, and then go to a Cat 3 or higher with that rapid intensification process happening either on Friday or Saturday, depending on what happens with the system. So I'm just trying to give you guys an idea on what could happen. This could be an Idalia track, potentially could be, sort of an Ian track. So I know a lot of people have asked me on that as far as where is this going to go. Now, like I said, the GFS model as of this morning does have that curl more towards the Apalachicola, Panama City, maybe even just east of Gulfport, there, Biloxi area. So be mindful. 961 is a major hurricane. That's what the GFS has, and that's what the GFS has been trending towards as far as that goes. Now, that does get pushed up here into Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. As far as the moisture goes, we'll probably have a couple tornado days as well through the weekend covering this system. Now, the European model run as of last night does show a little bit of a weaker storm, but it actually has it, I believe, on the same track, if I'm correct. Yeah, it has a little bit further to the southeast, more towards the Cedar Key and Apalachicola area, but it has it at the 989, and that's a Cat 1 hurricane, roughly, give or take a few pressure reading-wise. So we're going to have a hurricane more than likely, guys. That's what it's going to be. Well, what strength is it going to be? We'll have to wait and see once this storm really gets going. A lot of moisture going to be sent into Kentucky, parts of the Ohio Valley. A lot of needed rainfall is going to continue to next weekend as well. So if you got plans next weekend in the Ohio Valley, Southeast, probably cancel them because it's going to be a washout as far as the overall pattern goes. And then going forward, we'll start to see pattern changes, the wind changes, the jet stream changes, and a lot more severe weather and potentially some snow starting to unfold as we go toward the month of October. But that's what I've got for you guys. I just wanted to get on here and share with you an update in general on what we're going to be seeing. Like I said, this is going to more than likely be developing today and tomorrow, and we'll probably have a depression by either Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning, if not maybe even sooner. So that's kind of my thought process on it. If you guys, once again, are along the coastline there from Louisiana to Florida, have your prep plans now. That's going to be your best plan and your best thing to do to keep yourself safe. But I'll be seeing you guys. We might do a live stream tonight, potentially. If not, it'll be tomorrow. We'll do a video tomorrow. But stay safe, guys. Be weather aware. Happy football Sunday, and enjoy your weekend, guys.